After accosting some sworn on the way toward the Ghalfish blockade, our party has freed a Spellkin, who has agreed to travel with them for the time being. Currently, our party travels among the wet rocks toward a mountaintop to overlook the west. A storm has blown in toward them. A miserable wet cold seeps in the clothes of our travelers as they make their way toward the summit.
All right, keep up. Let's go. We need to get a look. See if this blockade is there or not.
How many do you think are going to be there? Like a lot, or?
Well, if it's a blockade, yeah. There'll be a lot.
Okay. But like how many is a lot?
I don't know.
How many usually go? When
There
it's
is
not
no
just normally a
usually.
patrol.
As far as blockades go, I've really only seen maybe one before. Otherwise, it's just, well, sworn just take over. But a blockade for Galfish, that'll be something. I would expect a lot. Maybe hundreds.
Like you?
There's nobody like me.
I guess we should be counting our blessings then.
We'll see. Maybe somewhere over there we can get a look.
It's hard to see through the rain that is really starting to come down. Before it started to sprinkle, and it was a little bit comfortable as it's been a while since you have felt rainfall out in the wilds. I think for everyone, is usually a drier part of the year. But as the rain starts to come in, it did greet you with a little bit of comfort. But as time went on and as you climbed up this mountain a little bit farther, and as your feet started to slip on various slicks of wet grass and wet vegetation and some mud, it seems as if almost the rain starts to get harder and harder. Behind the clouds above, the moon, the light of the day, starts to then dim a bit. The white light that comes and shines through and refracts from the moon above starts to dim, and there is still that a pink spread that skims across the clouds, probably from the south. There's still a mist that comes down, and there is a very vibrant rainbow toward the south as well when you look toward the sun. I'm sorry, when look toward the north.
Going to try and see if I can find a decent vantage point.
Okay.
There's a bit of a switchback as you go up toward any sort of summit. I'm imagining a summit that is not necessarily the peak of the mountain range, but maybe an overlook of some sort. There is a smattering of trees that grow out of the rocky faces along this mountain range. Go ahead and make me an investigation, Smith.
All right.
The 21, you're able to find your way up toward an overlook toward the western shores over toward Galfish. You do see a bridge off in the distance, but just beyond that, a fog starts to starts to then blur the rest of your vision. There isn't much you can see, except for maybe one or two specks. But from here, you would probably, judging by scale and distance, that they could be wagons of some sort that are moving toward into the fog. But right now, in this...
Fog's rolled in. Getting hard to see. Can't see much. Maybe a few wagons.
What did he say? Wagons?
I think yes. If it's so dark, I don't know. Is now the right time for this?
I mean, I guess we could try to find somewhere dry, set up, wait till morning.
Mr. Tai, what do you think?
Yeah, let's find somewhere dry.
Okay.
Are there any, like, small caves or depressions in the mountain that we can use as cover?
Make me a survival.
Okay. Okay, survival.
Or investigation, I'll let you choose.
Surprisingly, my survival is higher than my investigation, but it means nothing.
Okay. It is hard for you to find something. There is a dry spot. It's not necessarily a cave, but it is a... there seems to be a rock, a flatter rock that is sitting on top of another rock. So it has two entrances, but there is a bit of an overhang. Wind still blows through the area. You could probably get a fire, but not much more room than that. If the wind blows, you're going to get wet. But that's probably the closest thing you can find to dry ground.
What do you think?
Looks good to me.
Okay.
The outcropping is probably about 15 feet. You can pile in. You may have to sacrifice where the campfire goes for you to stack and sleep. But that is, of course, assuming that the weather goes all night like this.
Does it look like it's going to do that? Like sometimes, the entire sky is dark, and then sometimes it's not.
It's hard to say because you do have that evening pink of the sun always sort of setting, but you also, it's hard to see where the dark clouds are, whether they're shadow from the moon above or whether or not these dark clouds go forever. But right now you look up and it looks like a big white sheet. It's hard to really differentiate where clouds are, which one's which. It's just all sort of morphing into one right now as the rain sort of peels down off of them.
Would a fire be wise?
What are we doing here? We're camping?
Yeah, it's probably hard to see right now, right?
Yeah. About how much longer do we have till it gets dark? DM.
It's hard to say right now, but give me a survival with disadvantage, because it's really hard to read where the sun is or where the sun is, where the moon is.
18.
But I think you have that mindset of knowing distance traveled versus the time you have traveled, and are able to probably figure out that there is probably 1 or 2 hours left of light before it'll get significantly more dim.
All right, well, fog's rolled in across the bridge. It's going to be hard to see, like you said. Got about an hour or two until it gets dark. Might actually be easier to find out what's going on with their numbers or where the blockade is, because we'd be able to see some torches and things. So,
Okay.
yeah. Let's at least wait an hour or two, find out what's going on with the blockade. Unless you know anything, Brother Sykes. Did you catch any info about any blockades around Galfish?
I've only heard the blockades that were going to Galfish. I heard that the two that took me in, they were very adamant of going to the blockade. They did talk about the numbers. They said that it would probably be the last of the Entente, but as far as where or how many, they didn't really relay numbers.
Last.
Yes.
Did they say where the rest of the Entente was going? Or would be?
No. They said they will. It's most likely that the blockade will level Ghalfish once and for all.
Okay.
Well, let's hope that move in Dankert at least made them reassess the situation.
Yeah, maybe.
At least from my experience, anything major like that happens, it's going to disrupt whatever plans they have.
Yeah.
So it was a good idea, Varsha. A very good one.
You know how before you said you heard a message from the Swan, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you able to do that yourself?
What? Send a message?
Yes.
Not the way that we received them.
Okay.
Takes a lot of magic to do something like that.
Even just one person.
Why?
If we can somehow send a warning to Galfish about the blockade. I don't like the sound of last of the Entente.
Yeah. I mean, the only good thing about that is they think the entirety of the Entente is there. And it isn't. Right, Ty?
Here's what I reckon we do. Use the fog.
And
You mean go in now?
Sneak in.
Yeah.
we could go down the other side of the ridge and take the river.
I need about an hour to reconfigure my armor.
Yeah, wait till night
That's
time.
perfect. Yeah. It'll be dark
Use the
then.
fog. They'll all be using torches to see. Even those of them with night vision. Fog's a bastard. But we just hope that nobody's, I don't know, set up any magical traps.
I could always go down myself and disguise myself. Take a look. Last about an hour or so.
Did I give my potions for the day already? I think one of them... It's only 10 minutes though. I gave Miss Varsha one before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you did.
Okay. Which ones did I give away?
Blessing.
I'm sorry, I should have written this down.
Blessing in a bottle.
and maybe healing, I think, yeah. So I didn't... Okay. Alright. If you could wait till tomorrow, I have my other ways, but that's 10 minutes to your 1 hour, so it's not very useful.
You brew up anything that makes us invisible? Or like
No.
hides the sound of footsteps or smells? I don't know, they might have dogs down there. Fucking hate dogs.
Not quite.
Everybody make me a perception.
A
Natural
10.
1.
Okay.
3.
Okay. Both. There's also. You see and you hear, or you see Syke's eyes widen as he kind of lets his perches his head up a bit as a sound screeches in the distance.
Ah. How are you?
Which reminds, well, Ty, both you and Sykes hear that, and he goes, "Oh, griffins." And when Sykes says this, Smith, I think you and Varsha both know that Evervale does have a griffin patrol and patrol the skies.
We should get under the rock for now.
Yeah.
Fog
Griffin
rush always.
patrol.
Can they see the light?
Yeah.
The
No
fire.
fire.
Okay.
The good news is you are in maybe a 10-foot stone is propping up a large flat piece of rock, and on either side of that rock there is an entrance, and then you have the back of a rock face. So you could hide pretty well a fire underneath that overhang of a rock.
Okay.
But when it comes to leaving that area, that could be a bit difficult. You do know, though, that though they do have great eyesight, eagles and griffins and such, there is still the eyesight of those who are riding them is also a different story, especially also in the fog. So you are a little bit
Yeah.
blessed here.
Yeah. I'm going to work on the armor.
Yeah. Ty's right. If we want to have a chance, we should use the fog to our advantage.
Yeah. I
How many are
find
usually
a
in
spot
a
to set up and start tinkering with my armor.
2 in a griffin patrol at a time? Okay.
It's rare when there's one by themselves. Well, I should say it's not rare. I should say it's often that they break off in one by themselves, but usually 2.
Okay.
Much like the patrols of Evervale and the Evervalian troops that are usually in pairs of 2.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have someone to contact when we get in there?
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah. All of them.
Okay.
They're all in there.
How would they know that?
What?
How would they know that all of the Entente are in there?
Don't see why they wouldn't.
Well, because it's not the only cell you have, is it?
Oh, right. No, they're not all in there.
Okay.
Everyone I know, my lot are in there.
Okay.
Everybody I know is there too. Not
Oh.
everybody in Galfish is of the Entente. That's not to say that they are nice people, but they were my people.
We'll warn them.
You probably already know.
I mean, it's not every day you see sky patrols.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Um,
I hate griffins, I hate swan, I hate every fucking one of them. Yeah, try to take out Galfish. If they get close to my boat, that's it. You know what? If we can go on in and get on my boat, I can get us out of here.
what about the
Where's-
rest of Ghalfish?
Yeah.
Bugs.
Yeah?
I was thinking about this.
What?
Well, what if they've already taken the ship and fucked off?
Oh, no, they wouldn't do that. They
I mean,
couldn't have
Well, I
done
mean, why
it.
wouldn't they? They don't know that we're coming to Ghalfish. Do they?
Longbow, my boat, is in harbour at Galfish, and it's probably under the protection of the Entente and me boys. So, they wouldn't let it. They wouldn't take it.
well, it depends if what if the Entente are already in there? I mean, what if the Swan are already in there? If they have to run, they're going to take the ships. And then what?
And we fight them back. So I don't know.
5
really-
against 100?
Well, we don't know. We don't know how many there are. And we got the element of surprise, right? We know the Galfish like the back of our hand, At least
Right.
I don't, but you do, don't you, Ty?
Oh, yeah, but... I mean, I wouldn't mind cutting up 100 of them, but... I don't know if I can. Much rather have one of the others with me.
It's storming. GM, am I able to see the Spellwind by chance?
Make me an Arcana with advantage.
$15?
Yeah, you see every once in a while, I think you see like a phosphorescence as water from above starts to pierce through a quantum wind as it then starts to get pulled toward the ground and still sort of drift through the area. An interesting part of this breeze is coming from behind you, where this rock face is. Just sort of seeping and blowing through the stone behind you. As it takes a little bit of focus, but you are able to see the Spellwind as it breezes through this area. It's low to the ground, and it's starting to almost like a fog machine has that roll. It's sort of rolling low to the through the grass and through this area, which is usually what it does when there is like heavy pressure like this.
Right. And sorry, did you say there was some in the rain?
Yes, so like the rain is
Okay.
piercing through it, and is like you can see.
Okay.
The rain does affect it as it sort of fogs through, and it does sort of ripple as each drop falls through it. It's beautiful to see.
Yeah. I thought maybe we could use the Spellwind to our advantage, but it doesn't look like we can.
I don't like the sound of this at all. Level Galfish. They've done something similar before, you know?
No news.
It may have looked ideal today and yesterday, but half the people or more who used to live there are gone. The only people who work there now are just farmers. I'm scared. I it was. I don't think I'm ready for this, or to talk about this. I'm sure you already know.
Hey, Jet.
Hmm.
You want him to do it again? Galfish?
What do I want them to do? What they did to nine use to Galfish?
Yeah.
No, of course
Right.
not.
Let's stop him then.
I'll try.
I said there's two things we can do. We get in there, we meet the others. If Lorcan doesn't have a plan, then no one's got a plan.
Okay, well, let's think it through. We sneak in. What if they're not there? What if they've already left?
Yeah, well then we prove that to the Swan, and the Swan will bugger off.
How?
Dunno. But if we can prove it, they'll leave. They won't need to do nothing to the people.
I look at Smith.
You've probably noticed that taking my attention away from the armor, and I'm sort of looking over to the group as you're talking. And I would notice you looking. I look right back at you.
Well, I mean, does the Entente have family or, loved ones and stuff in Ghalfish?
More than just the Entente live in Galfish.
No, I know. I want to make sure I'm thinking of all the possibilities of why the Sworn might justify leveling Ghalfish, even if there are no Entente there.
I don't know. I've lived in Galfish for 2 years, but my first day was 3 days ago. I don't know. Mr. Tai, what do you think?
I think it doesn't matter. I think we kill him.
That's easy to say. It's another thing to do. How many people do you have that can honestly defend themselves in Galfish?
That's assuming they're still there at all. I mean, if we heard that they were heading
have
there, then surely
defenses.
they heard as well.
You have proper defenses.
Oh, no. No, we don't really have defences. We've got hidey holes. We've got people in the town who would probably help us out. We've got people we could pay off.
DM,
Yes.
can I roll to see if I've heard of any sites being in Galfish?
What kind of sites?
Like the one that we found in the forest north of Nine Use.
Yeah, make me. Make me a history with advantage.
"21."
21, not that you know of, but it could be likely.
Let me ask you a question, Ty. Is there any place in Galfish that's treated a little bit differently than the rest?
Wait, what do you mean?
Maybe, um, maybe a place that either everybody knows to stay clear of, or any place that has a certain reverence.
DM?
You tell me. Do you want there to be?
I'd be surprised if we didn't know about it.
In Galfish, there's a reason why people like the Entente and people I knew lived in Galfish. There isn't really much there. But to the east, maybe. Dead Grove. There's power among the dead, they say.
I'm sorry, did you say Dead Grove?
Yes, I did.
Well, are we heading to Dead Grove? I mean, if there is something that... I was going to make my way to Dead Grove on my next trip out. And then on my way, unfortunately, that is when I was taken by the Sworn. So,
Alright, well, off you go.
What?
It's a sightseeing trip. You want to go to Dead Grove? Off you go. Busy.
Yes, He reaches his hand out. Hope you don't mind, will wait. Then? Here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look,
Are we?
Varsha, if I don't know what you're thinking about. But I mean, I've heard some things.
What kinds of things?
I've heard about some of these sites that, like the one we ran into in the forest.
6.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, there's been rumors here and there. I haven't really investigated it per se, but you might be right. There very well may be another reason why they're here.
What's the procedure for a blockade?
Like I said, I've only really seen one of them before, but
I'm sure you know one.
proper
I'm sure you were taught.
Proper procedure is to scout the area, just like with anything else. Determine the most traveled routes in and out of the city.
Okay.
Pick the most important one and begin to set up a camp there.
What's the most important one? Jet, Ty.
Most important route.
Yeah, into the city.
Trade
Well, that
routes.
one. And then there's a big road out north. Leads up to Dead Grove and Evervale.
Okay. Okay, then what?
There's a couple of canals. We use them.
But the most
We also
Important
sneak in
road.
Using the toss up between this one and that one. I'd say to the Swarm, probably the one that leads to Evervale.
Agreed.
okay. And that's the one to the north, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
On
And
the
what's
border
next?
to Dead
Also,
Grove.
you also have to factor in potential reinforcements, if there are any.
They would come from the north as well.
Would they?
If they're there for Dead Grove, then yeah.
Dead Grove is currently under the Sworn's control.
And I think it makes sense that they'd come from there. Unless the Sworn in Dead Grove went to the mines.
I meant reinforcements from the Entente.
Oh. Oh. I looked to Ty and then to Djett.
Well, we were fucking everywhere. But not in the way the Sworn are.
Right.
A fellow here, a fellow there. It takes a little while to get in contact with everyone. Not usually all in the same place at the same time.
Yeah. Smart.
We're not an army. Not like the Sworn are. All we got is quick in and out, guerrilla tactics. A lot of them are on the move. Like your boy. Tenno.
If-
Was always on the move.
If it were me, I would guess it would be on the south side of the bridge. You cut off escape routes. You cut off
Yeah.
potential trade with the south. Now the trade heading to Dead Grove and Evervale is important, but if Brother Sykes there said that he heard some stuff about finally wiping out the Entente, it'd be the south.
South and west, I assume. The ships.
That might even try to block off the canals.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got tunnels though. There's sewers.
Right.
And there's all
They'll
sorts of
just try and do the
aqueducts.
most damage possible. That's the goal.
Stupid. They're sending a message. They'll never get all of us.
They don't
Too
need
many
to.
of us.
Tunnels, yes.
They don't need to get all of you. They just need to level Ghalfish and blame it on you.
And they can do both. If it's a fight we go into, Mr. Tai, I don't think any of us are coming out alive.
No.
When they took 9 News, we lost so many people. All because he was trying to feed people. There was a famine, and we had some, and even I forget his name today, but he was strong. He had the power to move the earth with his hands. And they killed him in seconds. Him and hundreds others who were just trying to feed each other.
Yeah. Yeah, in an outright fight, we're gonna get obliterated, but maybe we can take out fucking General, I don't know. I'm just saying if it comes down to it, we fight and we kill as many as we can. Ideally, we get in there, meet with the others, we get out. And we set
I
up
think that
somewhere
should
else.
be our number one plan.
Yeah, but
to
we
hope-
need to prove there's no Entente in there.
Can we draw them out?
Yes, meet them. We will meet. We will meet our maker. Yes.
Can we draw them out? Like, can you make another bomb? Can we set off an
them
explosion
out.
just outside the city, and then they come and check it out, and then we either slip in or
And
Don't have the materials.
To be honest, if we had a bomb, we could lure them onto the bridge and then
well, that's also
Oh,
what I was
bridge and-
thinking.
take out a shit ton of them.
Well, we don't want to blow out the bridge. It's their only way out, maybe. We want to
No.
keep the south open. Is that close?
They couldn't have found us. Here's my plan. Or here's what I'm thinking, because quite frankly, I don't know anything else. We use the mist, as was mentioned. We try and get inside. We try and find Mr. Tai's, what was his name again? The mage? Mr. Tai?
They got
The
a
leader?
couple of 'em.
Mm,
Lorcan.
well, Locken, yes.
Yeah, don't forget
tell
it
them-
next time. Probably going to be your only bloody hope.
And
And
if
then
he's
try
gone?
and... If he's gone, then I imagine everybody else is too. I don't think he's the kind of person to abandon everybody.
What about the civilians? You can't get everyone out?
I was led to believe that the Entente fought for the civilians. If Locken is gone, I certainly hope that he's taken as many as possible.
We fight
him.
for the people, that's what we do.
We do fight for the people, but it is also important that we keep Lorcan alive. If he's gone, and he hasn't told anyone, then he knows it's a lost cause.
You said that
We're
Mr.
gonna level this
Locken
place.
has the power to do magic, yes?
Yeah.
Do you think he would have had the power to reach out if he knew?
Reach out to who?
To Mr. Tai?
I
No,
don't know. I've
maybe.
never seen him do anything like that anyway.
Okay. I'm
can
just
do what I
grasping
can
at
do,
straws.
Usually, gotta be a bit closer, you know. If all the others did leave, they'll have left a sign behind. We'll know where they're headed at least. We got a code.
Jet, you're sending stone. Can you... how does it work? Can I shout into it and people can hear?
No, it's one-on-one, I think.
But it's whoever's nearby?
Whoever
Or
is
only if you're holding it?
in possession.
Okay.
It can't shout.
Okay.
Why, what were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking we could use the stone. If we can somehow... If we can somehow let them hear it on the bridge, or near the southern entrance. You have two sworn right here. We're the better distraction.
GM,
Why does Smith could just call into it and call for help? Or say he sees something.
I have a thing called infused item. No.
Yeah.
No, magical tinkering. So I can put messages, vocal messages into an item.
Objects. Mhm.
Yes, could I put that into... Could I use magical tinkering on my sending stone so that the sending stone feeds into the tinkering to make the voice?
To do exactly what
Varsha is asking.
Give me an Arcana with advantage.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, then maybe we just walk in there, you know, disguised as sworn and try to figure out how many there are. You know, he doesn't have to walk in as Smith. He can walk in as any other sworn, unfortunately.
With a
Bad
20,
idea.
Jet, you think you have a way that you are able to weave the Spellwind around potentially using some of your arcane tinkering to potentially exploit the arcane mathematics behind what makes this sending stone work.
Both bad ideas.
Why?
Well, in my experience, if people don't know you're there at all, they don't question anything. If we walk up and say hello, look, we got prisoners, and try that thing again,
No, not with all of us.
they have
Just-
cause to question it. If we
Right.
fuck with these stones, they're going to be curious about it when we can just sneak in under cover of darkness, under the fog, walk in. Once we're inside, we're good.
DM, how does assassination work in this game? Sneak attacks. Like if we were to go in quietly and try to assassinate a guard.
I'd give you a sneak attack.
Okay.
Yeah,
But how does that...
I would give, if they are unaware and you are sneak attacking,
Mm-hmm.
I would give
Normally
you,
an auto crit.
yeah, I would give you the auto
Usually a
crit.
crit, yeah.
Okay, but you'd still have to do enough damage for their HP to take them out, to assassinate them properly.
Yes.
Okay.
I only have one more idea,
Okay.
and it would take until morning, and we don't have time. I can make some potions that will grant us the ability to fly for 10 minutes to get inside. I can also make some that can allow us to swim through the river for 10 minutes unseen into Galfish.
All of us.
Yes, except Botox and Mr.
Hell
Sykes.
time. Come on. Why can't I fly?
You're too
I-
fucking heavy.
I just don't have the capacity.
So what, I'll just
Then,
wait here?
I
No.
mean,
I mean,
This
I reckon
just
I can
doesn't
get in
feel
and out
good.
without anyone seeing me.
Yeah, but I'm not very good at... I mean, I'm okay in a fight, but I'm not so sure I can take someone down quietly in a matter of seconds like you can, Ty. Otherwise, that would be my
You two
method.
just
We would
walk
go
in.
in...
The rest of us are sneaking.
Well, I can't walk in.
Why?
I can't pretend to be sworn anymore. I can't even put on the armor. I'm gonna have to sneak with you.
You're right. Crazy idea. Oh, you think we could nick one of them?
We could, but the thing is, if any of this goes wrong, you fuck with a stone, we kill a griffin and fuck it up, and they find out that we're here, that's our whole thing blown. All we've got is the fact
That's a
that they
fucking
don't know
brilliant
that we're
idea,
here.
Buttocks. That's a brilliant idea. The magical mechanism that doesn't allow anybody to fly it but a sworn. We've got a sworn right here. Smith can fly it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. Okay.
So-
Right. It's a brilliant idea. I know it.
So what, we lure them down here?
Maybe.
Smith?
Yeah.
The Griffin patrols. What's the protocol for them to come down?
Well, anything out of the ordinary, they investigate.
Right, but what do we have to do to guarantee that one of them will come down here? Instead
Fire
of just...
off a spell into the sky.
Okay,
No,
just a spell? I can...
Something flashy.
Right. I mean,
That's a guarantee.
but a spell in the sky and everybody can see it. If I do
Well,
something on the
there's
ground,
fog.
right? If I
Just
do
use
something
the-
on the
use the-
ground,
Use the mountain. We just
You
go
asked
down.
me for a guarantee. That's
Yeah.
a guaranteed
No,
investigation.
this can work. This can work. We go down the mountain so anybody in the city can't see it, but those in the sky can. And it's not too big, but it's big enough that they come down.
Since you all want to die so much,
What?
would you like me to hand you a knife and you can just do it?
How is that?
Yourself.
How is that riskier than waltzing in there where there are potentially hundreds of them?
What if they don't fly down? What
I
if they
can set
report to
some
someone?
lights right now on the mountain, pulsing. They might see it. Do you have a
Everyone's gonna see
code?
it.
No, we're up on the hill. They're above us. They shouldn't be
I'm
able to
sorry,
see us
Am
from.
I speaking in fucking gnomish? And none of you people fucking listening, the only fucking element we've got is the element of surprise. The fact that we
We can still have
can
that.
sneak in. That's it.
We can fly in.
No, we fucking can't. Even if you manage to fucking wrangle one of them, what, all 6 of us are going to climb onto its back?
How many can fit on a griffin?
Well, I was going to climb on its back, that's for sure. Well, I was thinking maybe,
You would most, not including buttocks.
but you all could fly, right? So I could take the griffin. And you all fly, and I'll fly with you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one thing for the griffin to fly overhead with 2 people on it. They won't think twice, but 4 of us
I don't
just
think anybody
floating
here
by.
can fly.
Yeah, well, actually, Jet said he could make something that would.
Yeah. Tell him, Jet, tell him what you can do.
I can, at best, make 3 of us fly. With luck, 4.
And I
But
ride the
then-
griffin.
I won't have anything left in me for fighting.
I'm not sure what I would do, but I guess I would probably ride the griffin as well, I think.
Good, you're still here.
I
almost
haven't.
forgot.
Yes, it's raining still. I make
Have
my
we
way to
met?
Grove as much. I'm sorry?
Have we met?
Earlier, I believe we met, yes, of course.
No, I mean, you seem really familiar.
There is a very good chance I have met you. I have met a lot of people.
Since we're wasting time, what's everyone's favourite tea?
All right, sorry. All right,
But my armor's all reconfigured.
yeah, then let's go. I don't have any other ideas, but I just feel like we're gonna get in there, and there's too many possibilities that don't go in our favor. You know,
So
what if
let
he's
me
not
take
there?
a look first.
Okay.
Judging from this path and getting down to a spot where I'm near the bridge, can I make a guess as to how long that might take, DM?
It's going to take probably potentially an hour going downhill. It's pretty far. The wagons were just like they were smaller than your pinky nail in size. So an hour down.
All right. I'm going to go down and look.
I'm coming with you.
I'm staying right here. That's for sure. Right by the warm fire.
One of you should take the blessing just in case. Miss
Yeah,
Varsha has it.
I hand it out to Smith.
And I believe Mr. Tai has the healing potion.
I don't think I do.
I'll look at the potion for a minute. Then I'll look at Varsha.
What? I'm not
Here,
saying
is
you
it here?
need
What's
it.
do? Is it here?
I'm just saying
I love it.
it might be nice to have. Just in case.
I don't like leaving you here, but sure you're gonna be all right.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll be right here. We're not going anywhere. We'll wait till you guys come back. Or take the stone. Get close enough to
Yeah.
use it and we'll come down. Okay?
No, you take the one that I had. Ty's got the other one still.
Okay.
I'll take the potion.
Be safe.
Yeah. You too. Let's go.
Okay. So who is going with you down the mount?
Just us two, I think.
Just you two. Okay. You make your way down the mountain. You slip a little bit on the way. There is the first
like
couple
to,
inches is sodded with wet water as
I would
loose
just like to
grass and
state
mud.
for the record
Yeah.
here. Sorry, excuse me.
Okay.
That I think both of us are trying to be as inconspicuous as we can be. And
course.
I'm definitely keeping an eye out for any griffin patrols along the way.
Of course. As you make your way a little bit closer or down the hill, you do hear the occasional griffin that flies overhead. There's one point where you hear as wings bat overhead, but you do not ever get to see them. That's not necessarily true. There's a couple of times I think you see a shadow dance through the clouds, then maybe dip into, and you see a silhouette as on like the pink sprayed clouds of the southern sun. I think you start to see hints of these griffin riders. There is a banner that is wrapped around, or like a piece of fabric, silk purple with a gilded trim that is around the right ankle of one of them. As it's sort of as the banner sort of dances through the clouds, you do notice the Evervalian signet or the Evervalian crest on it. There is the gilding sides on the gilded armor that's on top of both of the griffin and also the rider. You never get to see the rider, but you do get to see the shape of the griffin and several of them, probably at different points as well, as they pass each other, as they pass overhead. You make your way down toward the bridge. Like I said, about an hour goes by. Go ahead and give me stealth checks for just the passage downward.
Since I have reconfigured my armor, it is set up to have a dampening field, which again sort of has a camouflage-like effect on the armor. Basically negates the disadvantage on my stealth
Great.
checks.
I ain't got nothing flashy like that. I just know how to walk.
So that's a 19.
Okay. Yeah, right, because you have the... All right. So, yeah, you're able to make your way down. You walk toward, and I think as your feet start to sink into the mud, you start to... your armor starts to reconfigure and learn of the environment and the climate as it then starts to flicker and then start to create this illusion as you walk through. I think, Ty, as you look back towards Smith, you do see, I think his armor flickers a bit as it starts to then catch a lot of the refracting location and environment and climate as it then starts to camouflage itself down as you make your way down the mountain. You do spend about an hour or so with this travel as you make your way toward the bridge. As you do, or towards that little canal. As you do, you start to see several things. There are several wagons, armored wagons, set up. Some are parked, and some seem to be almost like settlements or temporary houses for some of the soldiers. There are makeshift latrines set up, as well as canvas tents prepped as well. There is a shambling of armored men and women who are they have their armor both on in various degrees and also off. It seems like they are relaxing, but they're also on their post. There are several of them. There's probably about 15 from where you are, at least from what you can see from the fog. There are 2 wagons, about 15 sworn guards, but you can only assume that just beyond there's even more.
I send a message to Smith psychically with my spell.
Sure.
As I look over to him and put 2 fingers to my head and say, right, we can talk like this. You'll have to respond. If you need my attention, just hold a hand up in the air, or I don't know, whatever you lot do.
All right.
Do you reckon we can poison some of their food while we're down here? What you got?
It's possible, but the food is usually well secured. I don't really have the right tools on me right now to do any sort of poisoning, though. Can probably make some, but it'll take some time.
Right, noted. Let's see if we can get up to the bridge.
There's a lot here. A lot of eyes. This isn't gonna be easy.
It'll be fine.
I might be able to find out more if I disguise myself.
Alright, tell you what. We'll split up. I'll see if I can find a sneaky way to the bridge that we could all use without being seen. Maybe you can wander in and, I don't know, disguise yourself like a rookie, ask some questions.
Yeah. That's gonna be our best bet, I think.
We can meet back here in an hour. Decide what to do. Bring them down.
Send an
or
update
head
to
back up.
Varsha. We haven't checked in yet.
Alright. I'll get somewhere quieter though. I need to speak out loud for that.
Yeah.
I will sneak off.
We'll meet back here in 20.
I said an hour.
Oh. I missed that, sorry.
Yeah. I'll sneak off.
You slightly crouch with your forearms raised, elbows guiding you towards the bush.
Yeah. I do that exact thing.
Yeah, exactly. You
From
wait for the
Skyrim.
eye to close.
Yeah. And so I don't know exactly what the lay of the land is here, but my intention is to stealthily scout, investigate whatever it requires.
Yeah.
A potential route to the bridge or maybe down to the river. I don't think us going over the river is a good idea, but if there is some way for us to get to this point down the mountain and then also get to the bridge that is not covered in swarm. I know I could probably sneak straight through the camp,
Yeah, you
but
can
I
do
also
it.
know that buttocks can't, so I need
Right.
to see if there's a route for everyone else to
For everyone.
potentially make it without, like, ideally without even having to make stealth checks, if that makes sense. Like, without
Yeah.
just like a weird, I don't know. I don't know the lay of that. I don't know if there's some hills or trees or some foliage.
There are
and
all
things
those
that potentially
things.
move.
It's just, are they
Yeah.
in the right place for...
That's what I
yeah,
want to
yeah,
determine,
exactly.
and then I'll head back and
Yeah.
see what.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
give me an investigation as you start to sneak about. But is this before or after you make your? You said you check in with Varsha.
At some point in this, because we're close enough to the place that I don't want to just be speaking out loud.
Right.
I also don't know what we're dealing with. I don't know if they have animals or they have magically enhanced bullshit, whether it be like a trinket or a thing or bullshit that like Smith has got on, or if they just have people with crazy good hearing. I don't know, an elf could
Yeah.
probably hear me speaking,
Yeah.
so I want to be quite far away. During this investigation, I'm assuming that I will find somewhere that's far enough away for me to be able to send that message up to them.
Great.
But my investigation is a 9. So I
Yeah,
guess we'll
your
find out.
investigation of trying to scout this area and try to find anything that could be you start to notice and see that the best route that you think is this swelling creek, the river that we've all been talking about, this bridge. The rain, coupled with the babbling brook that goes toward toward Galfish, is probably your best bet. Though visually, it's probably pretty easy. If anybody sort of looks that way, they can probably pick out buttocks sneaking. Though, sound-wise, the babbling brook can cover and mask a lot of footfalls. As far as brush, there are several ways through as you get a little bit closer toward the main road or towards the bridge. A lot of the forest that you have been relying on it starts to then recede. The trees start to then become a little bit more sparse as you enter into the rocky coastline of Galfish. So it does make it a little bit hard to go from tree to tree or from one place across the road to another or over towards Galfish without alerting or tipping off a potential patrol. This blockade isn't just a camp. It is a camp with an active 24-hour patrol of these, like a battalion of swarm. So it's hard to see and say where the best plan of action is. The closest thing that you have, you probably cycle back to, is that babbling brook. It's not the best option, but it's not a great option, but it's the best you have. You do notice in your investigation and as you're down there that there are several there are patrols that come by, and they always seem to sort of socialize and gather around these wagons, whether or not they are some sort of I'm forgetting the word, some sort of travel barrack or some sort of storage for food or supplies. There is some that are storage for the campsite and the settlement, and there are some who are as I can't think of the word, like an armory, like a traveling armory.
Yeah. I think it's literally taking Ty everything in him not to just sneak around, sabotaging everything.
Right. Yeah. And I think Ty sees that there are these wonderful little nooks and crannies that he could sneak into to do just that, to sabotage. But
I sneak. I mean, sure, the others might get caught. From my investigation,
yes,
which I understand is not amazing, but
yes,
still, from what I'm seeing, do I feel like I could get into Galfish alone? I am awesome.
Yeah. I think
the places.
You've made it this far, and you look at the creek, and you're like, yeah, I can do that. But there's a lot of, I think this 9 that you have rolled is the investigation for you, thinking about others in the party. Brother Sykes, if Brother Sykes could make it, he's blind. There's also Buttocks, who's just
is impossible.
Yeah, he's huge. So it's just you're taking into account which is
in this time killing 4 members of the Sworn that just look like a bunch of privates and taking their uniforms.
Right.
But then I was like, none of them wearing anything the bugs can wear anyway. So he's
Even if you could,
negating
yeah.
about 6 of my plans so far.
Yeah, like, what's really hard right now is, his buttocks is sort of the... Damn it, buttocks.
God damn it, buttocks. Hasn't even been any help at all since the first...
I'm trying to get rid of him, okay?
It's okay. Okay, I would like to find a place that is away. I'm going to spend a little bit of time getting away from the camps and the patrols and things, so that I can use the
walkie-talkie, sending
the walkie-talkie,
the rocky-talkie.
stone.
Sure.
Rocky-talkie.
All right.
So yeah, I move away. I find somewhere that's under a tree somewhere, and put my back to a rock or a boulder or something, so that I can sit. And then I concentrate on it, and I will contact the other sending stone, which I think is Varsha, and say, Varsha.
What do we need, both of them, you think?
I don't think so.
Varsha stone.
What? Oh, hello? Is everything okay?
Yeah. But it's not looking good.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
There's
What
a
do we
lot
got?
of them.
Yeah,
A lot.
how many's a lot?
Too
100?
many.
50?
Patrols. They're basically a mini army.
Yeah, okay.
We've split up. Smith is... I don't know. He's in there somewhere.
He went inside.
Yeah, he's pretending to be one of them.
Okay. Do you have a visual on him, or no?
No, he's on his own.
Okay, all right.
I've scoured the place out. We're probably not sneaking in.
Okay.
But I can sneak in.
If we weren't here, what would you do?
I'd already be in there.
Let me think about it, okay? I feel like I feel like there's an answer. I just need to think it through.
Right, well, you've got until I meet Smith. I'm going to head
Okay.
back. I'm going to let him know, see what he says, and I'll give him this stone. I reckon I can get in there. I reckon I can get in there, make contact, find out whether Lorcan and that are still in there, and if they ain't, we can get out.
Miss
Yeah.
Varsha, ask if there's any sworn inside Galfish. Or are they just outside?
Did you hear that?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, we'll know
okay.
when Smith comes back, won't we?
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
going back to where I'm supposed to rendezvous with him, and then I'll let you know.
Okay.
Should be about 20 minutes from now.
Okay. Don't go in
Alright.
until we talk, okay?
Yeah, I won't.
Please. Okay.
I cut it off and then start heading back to where I was supposed to meet Smith.
Sure. In that, we will swap it over to Smith, who is now starting to... What do you look like, Smith?
I've got blonde hair. It's probably reasonably closely cropped. I'm wearing sworn armor, and I would probably be walking directly into the nearest camp. The face is a lot younger, probably early 20s, maybe even like 19. And I'm walking probably with that sort of invulnerable look, but there's also a little bit of worry on my face.
Okay. Is this all an act, or is this worry on your face maybe Smith?
I'm trying to mimic what I've seen before.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Is the answer.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so you start to make, it's just a question for me, not necessarily for the narrative. So as you make your way toward the a closest settlement, it is a wagon. There are a couple of sworn nearby. One of them has their helmet off, and you do see long chestnut hair, angular features, and pointed ears that come out and start to bend and curl at the end. One of them looks over toward you and says, "Hello there. You new?"
I nod my head. No. Just needed to have a piss.
Oh. Yeah, all right. Sorry. Come on in.
Latrines were full.
Yeah, I know. It's awful. Yeah, all right. And you see he starts to like move and like gestures towards the cart as if you aren't equipped.
Mm-hmm. I head towards the cart.
Okay. You make your way inside. There are several long swords, 4 shields, and hanging on a rack that is, of course, onto the roof here of this armored cart is just a bunch of crossbows. You do see a large blanket over some sort of contraption in there as well. And
I grab a sword and I grab a shield.
Okay. You on patrol yet? Yeah.
No, it's coming up soon.
All right.
Do you know, are there any updates?
Well, no, nothing's really happened yet. We've looked towards the north, haven't heard sight of them. We're trying to still wait to see what's going on over in the mines. Apparently there was some sort of cave-in or something. But
have there been any? I'm sorry. Have there been any updates on the mines? I do have some family in Dankert.
Make me a deception or a performance. I will let you choose.
Both are fantastic.
Okay.
Does not matter.
All right.
Natural 20.
Oh, wow.
That is a natural 20. And you have no bonuses, and that's awesome. Yeah, he goes, oh, sorry, no, there is not much, except that the whole mountain seemed to have caved in on itself. The land
The
shifted.
whole mountain?
Yeah,
How
that's
could
what
that
they-
have happened?
That's what they've said. I don't know. But if it were me, I would think it's these two.
So it's true then.
What? Well, I'm sorry.
Well,
These 3.
I-
The Entente.
I mean, there have been some rumors going around.
Well, you heard the message from Creighton, yes?
Of course.
We have to get ours out. The God King won't rest until they're saved. You see, till we are all saved. And we are the spear. And
We are the
blade.
spear.
Yes,
Of course.
of course. Well, speaking of which, grab whichever you need, blade, spear, what have you. You said your shift's coming up.
Yes, sir. Sir, can I be honest with you? Do you mind if I be frank for a moment? At least while we're out of earshot of everyone else?
And you see he starts to, with a sigh, walks away from the group and then looks back at you expectantly.
Sir, there's been talk. There's been talk that the blacksmith, could be responsible for what happened in Dankert.
Responsible? Where did you hear this from? That can't be right. Where did you hear this from?
It's just some rumors that I've been hearing around camp, sir. I don't
Saying
really
those
remember who.
things, I mean, that's something that could really crumple a lot of our morale if that is what goes out. But don't think that. Don't repeat that. It's foolish to think those things of us.
Do you have any idea how long this blockade is supposed to last, sir?
I have no fucking idea. We're supposed to just be as long as it takes for us. I think we're supposed to be a presence. Stop all trade and stop anything that goes in and out of Ghalfish. The Galfish knows that if they try anything, we will destroy them. But I'm not
Surely
sure why.
we're here to do that now. Just eliminate a threat?
Yes, of course. There's no reason, and there isn't. I don't know why we haven't made the move yet. We're waiting for Creighton to make the move, and something's got his balls in a knot. I don't know. I don't know.
Is
So-
Creighton here now, sir?
No, he's not. Of course,
Why not?
He operates in Evervale. He sends the sworn out to do his bidding, and he should be here in the week, but not now.
I feel like it would do all of the sworn well if we had some sort of...
Presence?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I agree. But Creighton aside, Rolthane believes in his guidance, and I believe and know of Rolthane. He's gifted me with life. He's gifted me with sight. He's gifted me with my sword, my blade, my shield, my iron.
Speaking of, sir, I
Yes.
need to get going on patrol.
Very well. What was your name?
Bargus.
August. Henri.
Thank you.
Safe out there. You are his shield. As he sort of
We are the spear.
And he sort of turns and takes out, looks like to be something hand-rolled from his pocket. And he walks away. His shoulders start to sag a bit as he starts to relax and tries to catch a flame on some sort of sparking mechanism as he then catches it aflame as the elf walks away, donned in his armor. I think helmet under his arm, and now a cigarette in his lips as he walks into the mist.
I do the same in the other direction. Heading back out towards where I was supposed to meet up with Ty.
Sure. Goes pretty uneventfully as you make your way. You come out of the woods, or you come from point A to talk to this guy, go on a patrol, then walk back toward point A. So yeah, you make your way and to meet up with Ty at the rendezvous point.
Didn't expect you to be alive.
Okay. Sorry for the different outfit, but I got a little bit of information.
And
It's not good, Ty.
no, they don't look it. What are they planning on doing?
Looks like they're waiting for orders right now from Creighton. But they're all stationed just to set up this blockade and stop anybody from heading in. Stop all trade and stop anything from getting in. They're well stocked. They're well prepared. They're going to be here for a long time. Unless Creighton decides to invade Galfish, which seems possible. All of the troops seem like they are ready to go. They'll probably wait to minimize whatever damage they would take by keeping this blockade going for a while. But it's not good.
Right. Yeah, I don't see much of a way to sneak in. Not for them. Bugs is, he ain't a stealthy type. I don't know about that. The brother.
Did you have any way to contact Lorcan?
Not really.
Do you think you could make it in?
Yeah.
You might have to do that.
Yeah, I think so too. Nothing else. I'll at least be able to figure out if they're still in there. I'm sure he's got a plan.
The only way you're going to be able to do anything is by contacting Lorcan. We're not getting in there as a group. So,
yeah. I reckon.
Contact Varsha.
Yeah, you do it. You're going to want to keep that anyway if I go in.
I don't know about that. We're going to need a way to communicate with you if you go into the city.
Yeah, but if
I can get back to Varsha and Djett. That's not a problem.
No, I know. But if I don't know. There's a lot of them. Can they use that to find where the rest of you is? Spells and all that?
I'm not really familiar with what Djett did here, but anything's possible. You might even be able to pull it out of your brain. I've seen it done before too.
I won't let him get my brain.
You don't have
Listen,
to be
I reckon I
alive
can
to
get
make
in.
it happen.
I can get in and I can get out, but yeah, I don't know. Alright, fine. I'll keep him. I'll message her. Hold on. Varsha.
Yeah, I think that could work.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
Varsha
I
Stone.
think that's really what? Oh my god. Okay, Ty, we have an idea. It's a really good one. I think it could actually work.
Alright, well, I'm all ears.
Okay, so I know you didn't want to do the whole griffin thing, but what if we lure the griffin down using Smith and I tied up? So the griffins see it. Either they call for help and lure people out of the city, or they come down themselves to investigate. We take out the two riding the griffins, then we go in on the griffins and you go in the city alone. We're your distraction.
It's ridiculous. Alright, if that's the best you've got, then I'll sneak in by myself. And Smith's gonna head back up.
You're
I'll see
gonna
if I
go
can
in
get
now?
back out. Yeah, well, I'm halfway there.
Tell him
Pop
about the
in.
griffin, though.
Cup of tea with Lorcan. Pop
Okay,
back
but-
out. Let you know what's up. I'll be
But the
back by
griffins
sunup.
are... Ty, no one looks up. The griffins are strong. If we ride in, they won't even suspect anything. You'll still have the element of surprise. And also, Djett can make this stone into some big, kind of very loud, booming voice. And Smith could say, I am the blacksmith, and I no longer support. We could still use propaganda. We could still use our biggest tool, which is Smith no longer siding with the God King. Everyone would hear it. Everyone.
No, it's too risky. What if you don't get the griffin?
You don't want to at least try?
Nah, I'd rather see what Lorcan's got to offer. than a gamble. What if you fuck it up? What if it doesn't do exactly what you want it to do? What if they don't do what you want it to do? Also, they're going to know where you are. There's a lot of them down here.
Yeah, there's a lot of them down there. But if we just cast a spell that's not big enough to make them think they're in danger, they're going to be arrogant enough to come down and check it out themselves. They're not going to fly all the way back to the city and say, oh, I saw a spell go off. I need help getting this spellkin. They're going to come down by themselves.
Tomorrow.
What?
It can wait till tomorrow. The propaganda's a good idea. I agree with it. See if we can turn any of them. Maybe it'll create some sort of chaos in the camps. But if it goes wrong and I blow my chance to sneak in... Also, what if I get in there and Lorcan's got a better idea? What if he's got a plan? What if he's all got it under control?
What if he's gone already, Ty?
Well, then I'll sneak back out and I'll let you know, and maybe we can do this Griffin bullshit.
I know you want him to still be there and you want him to have a better idea. But what if you sneak in and you get seen or caught and we lose our ability to do the Griffin thing? If you want to make the biggest impact, this might be it.
I won't get caught.
What if it doesn't go exactly as you want it to?
I've never been caught.
Okay.
I hand the stone to Smith. You want to take it? Just in case?
Varsha.
Yeah, you said no. Shot it down. What? Yes. Smith?
There's a lot of people down here.
Yeah, that's what he said. But I asked how's a lot, 50, 100, and he couldn't answer.
Hundreds.
Hundreds, okay. Hundreds
got
to
the-
level Ghalfish.
They've got the whole city blockaded. They're waiting on Creighton.
Where's Creighton?
Apparently still in Evervale.
Wait a minute. Does that mean Evervale is... Does that mean over half the troops are here in Galfish and no one's in Evervale?
Don't know.
Jet, I think we need to get the Griffin.
Listen to me, Varsha. I need to ask you something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people here.
Soldiers? You said that.
A lot of them.
Okay.
DM, just
Yes.
out of curiosity, how close are they to the mountain?
Close are the blockade to the mountain, or how close are?
Oh, we're thinking the same thing.
I mean, they are as close. They're sort of pocked on that road, so I think they're an hour from where you were. I don't know what point of the mountain you are referring to, where your friends are, or where the summit is, or...
I guess I'm just trying to figure out the distance. General, distance from the mountain to the blockade, any point of the mountain.
Got it. I would say it's about a mile.
Okay. Ty had suggested maybe poisoning the food here, Varsha. Rations and things are pretty well secured. There's carts all throughout the encampment. There's a lot of soldiers here. Potentially, we could cause a lot of damage.
If you poison the food, the people will suffer. They'll suffer first. Sworn will force them to hand over what food they do have.
I could probably eliminate a lot of soldiers.
But then we'd be leveling Ghalfish.
Maybe.
What do you think would happen if we rode a griffin in there and you used your voice? How shaken do you think the soldiers would be? Imagine that. Hundreds of them hearing, I am the blacksmith, and I no longer support the God King. Wouldn't that do more damage than food poisoning?
Maybe.
Of course it would. It's the seed of doubt. If everyone dies, then people have someone to hate. The Entente, you, me, even the civilians will have someone to hate. If we level Galfish. But this is much stronger. This seed of doubt will grow.
I think Ty still has to make his way into Galfish, Varsha. He's got to talk to Lorcan.
I know. I agree. I'm just thinking, he does that, we get the griffins, and when he's out safe and sound, we go in. If he goes in tonight and warns everyone, and they have time to get out before we go in with our message, just in case. But I think you, Djett, and I, and Buttocks, we can take out a sworn on a griffin.
Griffins are well trained, Varsha.
I know. I know this is a crazy idea, and I know no one believes I can do it, but I can. This will work. This will do more damage than poisoning food or going in there and fighting to our death. Trust me. This can work.
I do trust you, Varsha. I'm coming up. Here you go, Ty.
Alright.
I just
I'll be back
tossed the
by
stone
morning.
to him,
Sure.
and I start to head up the path.
Oh, I need a fucking cigarette. Okay. I don't smoke when I'm sneaking. Been caught
Okay.
before. Little light.
Okay,
In the
so
dark.
you're making your way into Galfish.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and make me a stealth check. as you creep. Oh my gosh.
25.
Yeah. With ease.
I walk in.
Yeah. So you, with the screeches of the griffins above, you are able to, as they circle behind you, you are reminded of how dangerous this is, of the grim fate that could befall you if you were to be caught. You are able to make your way toward that creek. The creek is the best place to mask any footfalls. There is a shadow that has started to spread across by the bridge, and you are able to make your way and crawl up the spine of that shadow, up and underneath the bridge. You do hear horses above as a patrol is starting to, as they start to pick up pace on the bridge, and you start to hear the thuds of the wet mud splatter as they make their way away from the settlement. For a moment, you take a breath. You breathe. And then, with the most cautious steps, you're able to then find the subtle prints that paint you toward Galfish. You start to make your way through a briny bit of rocky coast as your foot almost steps on some sort of rotting creature. You're able to avoid it as you hug now. As you get closer, there's a little bit more, I think, confidence and comfort as you make your way toward the dock town. A maze of docks are before you as you are able to look on a sight that you have not seen in a while. The familiar sight, the comfort of the ripped banners of Evervale and the sunken ships of the Sworn, as you are able to finally make your way into Galfish. The town twists and turns with driftwood bound by sinew, ropes, and a whole bunch of different lashings as nets are draped over various parts, partitions, and windows that draft through the area. It is a quiet town, the rain still pattering on the board below your feet, Ty, as you make your way into this city. There is not much when it comes to life. It's quiet for a moment until you look toward the docks, which, of course, this town is nothing but docks, but you are able to see that there is a gathering just toward the western ports. a group of people, maybe 20, 30 people, and maybe maybe 3 ships docked and ready. People are loading things up. All of the ships in the area, including the longbow, which is Captain Buttocks' ship, is here in the harbor. Anchored down, all in a queue, or all actually facing toward the west, toward the horizon, as if they're all sort of getting ready for some sort of mass exodus.
There's no sworn in town.
Of course
Right.
not.
Okay, first of all, lighting a cigarette immediately, since I don't have to be worried anymore because I just look like everyone else now.
Yeah.
I pull my collar up. I pull my hat down just a little, just to be sure. It's been a while since I've been in town.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to continue quietly moving up towards the group of people and see if I recognize anybody there before I do anything.
You do see. You do see some of your friends. You see Toothless Wes, Red Devon, and also someone wearing a long red crimson cloak that also has buttons on the front, hair that reaches down to his shoulders, clean-shaven face, and looks and has the same. What color are Ty's eyes?
Brown.
The same eyes as Ty. Patrolling, ordering people.
I will step up to. I would like to try and sneak up on Red Devon.
Okay.
But as I am wont to do, and put a knife. I'm not going to be able to do it because I've never been successful in doing so, but I would like to try and creep up on Red Devon and put a knife to his ribs.
Okay. As you make your way toward Red Devon, I think your stealth is interrupted by a hand that then wraps around yours. As you, I think the camera focuses on Red Devon's back as your knife sort of just goes up close, just playfully. But a gaunt, white hand, veiny, very bony too, grabs it. And he turns and looks at you, missing some teeth, has a gold canine and or a gold fang, and looks at you and goes, "Oh, hey, you can't get me. You know that. Where have you been?"
Where have I been?
Yeah.
I've been all around, mate. You should have seen some of the shit I've fucking seen the
Yeah,
last
but
few
they
days.
saying you dead.
Dead?
Yeah. You blew up with the mill. We haven't heard shit from you.
No. We didn't blow up. We just caught on the wrong side of it. Headed down to the Dankirk mines. You heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about her. Who was that? Is that you?
That was me.
That was
Well,
you.
It weren't me. It was me, but it weren't me. It was the new kid, Jet, the one we went to pick up.
No way, Jets. Fucking hell.
Blew up the old fucking mines.
No way. Well, I wish I was there for it. I mean, how many did you get? How many sworn were it?
I don't know. Fucking all of them, I expect.
Yeah, not all of them, because now it seems like they're all here.
Well, all of them what was in there.
Your uncle's not letting me go and kill them. I could just get out here and have my play with their blood. It would be done all right now, but he's not letting me do it, you see. Could do it, though.
What is going on? Are we fucking leaving?
Well, Larkin wants us to get out, but he's got a plan, you see.
Yeah, he's always got a plan.
Yeah, of course he does. I think it's stupid, but
Why?
he wants to go north. Wants to get toward Stormford, you know that place? The prison up there? Wants to
Yeah.
go up there and see if he could spring them all free. Take the boats,
Now.
bring them down. Crush the blockade with the mad criminals of Stormford. I think that would be pretty sweet though, right? I'll be leading that charge.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but first we got to get them on the boats and then bring them over here without them killing us first.
Oh yeah, well, tonight's the night, I think.
I mean, quite a lot of them are on taunt, so
Yeah, no, I
Maybe
mean,
we got some sway in the jails.
oh, of course we do. Of course we do. You see, there's one out there. Hawkins been talking to a person named Tenno. Who's in there? Yeah, he says he's
Wait,
got...
Tenno's in there?
Yeah, well, you know him?
I met him once, but I thought he was dead.
Right, well, apparently Tenno has found some sort of way in, and he's got a way out. Just got to orchestrate the escape. This was the perfect time. You know, I think we're going to go tonight.
All right, well,
The fog's going to be the best way for us to leave, lickety-split. The only thing is, Lorcan didn't want to come. You can
Why?
talk if you want.
yeah. Buttocks is with me, but he's in the mountains.
Oh, good. I was wondering if he sunk finally. Good, all right.
No, but if we're going to be sailing all the way out to fucking Stormfall, we're going to want him.
Yeah. Of course. Well, he's going to be happy Longbow's in good hands then.
Well, I don't know how we get him in. It's fucking hard getting in here.
Yeah. He's just got to be on the boat, I guess, right?
Yeah, I'll work it out. All right, I'm going to go and speak to Lorcan then.
Yeah, all right. Good to see you back. Watch your
Yeah,
back.
I'm glad you're not all hanging. It was a bit...
No,
worried.
it's going to take a lot more than that to get me up off the ground.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Head over through the crowds a little bit towards that red coat.
Strutting back and forth is this man with a quilted cloak that also is button fastened, fitted well around his chest. A long collar that goes up behind, of course, like I said, is that that dark hair that reaches his shoulders. He turns and looks at you with the eyes that remind you of a brother, but in fact, it is Lorcan as he goes, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious?
Just in time, eh?
Just in fucking time. Get over here."
Uncle?
And he embraces you for a moment, and then he sort of brushes you off, and then looks around at, right, so,
Yeah, I know the plan.
you know the plan. Now, who told you?
Devon.
Fucking Devon. Right, what do you think?
I think it's fucking risky.
Well, I don't think we have any other choice.
It's risky.
It's either that or we just die here, I think. Well, I know.
I mean, if we're going to take a stand, do we really want to do it on the back pedal? This is a big fucking reaction. Maybe that's what they want.
Keep going, yes. We're gonna do it, yes, go.
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
Tenno really come up with it?
Yeah.
Really? Or are you just using his name? Because I heard he was dead.
What does it matter?
Well, it matters because if you came up with it, you're not Tenno. Tenno was a fucking genius. Not saying you ain't clever, but
This was my idea. Tano's got the keys. He's got a way in, got a way out. Just he's not going to leave if there's no way out. He'll just die on the shore. So we'll go and we'll get him. And every bloodthirsty criminal there is up in Stormfort. And they'll clear out that entire blockade for us.
yeah, that they will. But then you're also unleashing a shit ton of bloodthirsty murderers on everyone.
Ty, look around you. At this moment, you take a look and you see various people, an orc with long hair that reaches down to the back of his calves, tied up in like this roped knot, and he's got like these. He's adorned with a bunch of knives up his left arm, and there is a tattoo across his neck. As you then look over towards a halfling that is wearing like this what is it, the Pirate Dreadful from or the Dread Pirate Roberts mask, with also braided hair that comes out underneath, with a crossbow loaded at his hip. There's also a woman there with. She has leather armor with a bow ready to go, and she seems to be dipping her arrows very intricately into a vial. And then you look over, the last person you see is Red Devon, who winks at you with a smile. And we're all killers. Why stop now?
Yeah, but we're killers with a common enemy. They're just killers, a lot of them. I ain't got a problem freeing the Entente in there.
Most of them are
Every
on
single
top.
one.
We're in there. The Stormfort is ours. It's just they locked us in there. Now what are we? This is Storm. We are in Stormfort now. If we stay here, might as well. They're keeping us in.
Yeah. Nah, you're right. Fuck it.
The only thing is those bloody griffins I keep hearing.
Yeah, they got a few of them.
I don't know if they're gonna see us. We make our way out. It's the only risk, I think.
Right, well, if they see us, they see us. What the fuck are they gonna do? Chase after us with a couple of griffins. By the time they get their boats going, we'll be long gone.
I've seen some things.
Also, by the time they catch up with us, we're gonna have an army of nutcases that have been locked up in Stormford and want some swarm blood, so... Yeah. There's something else I need to talk to you about.
Is it good here? Should we move?
We should move.
Right. Wes? See, friend Toothless Wes makes his way over. Yeah. Take care of it. We gotta get this place ready to go. I gotta go take a walk. Yeah, right. He walks with you down the boards of Galfish. The uneven driftwood creaks at your feet as you make your way toward the dregs, a place where you rest your head. The residential area over by a bunch of fishing shacks, as well as just these clusters of homes known as the dregs. He walks you down a short set of stairs that sort of climb underneath the docks. He kind of lowers his head as he dodges his way out of a low-hanging post from the dock above. Rain barely makes its way through the salted driftwood here, and there, I think, as he lights some sort of fire spell in between his fingers, as he then places his two fingers into a lantern. The first time you've seen unsanctioned magic from your brother in a long time, as he then grabs the lantern and adjusts it, hangs it once again so it can light the room a bit more, or at least the space down here. Down here, a large swath of stormy waters start to then lick and lap at the boardwalk that you are under, or the boardwalk that you are on, just underneath the main boardwalk above. The dark shadows of the dockside are what surround you down here, and also with the salted swath of Galfish. What is it?
Right, well, first of all, Buttocks is alright.
Oh, good.
He's somewhere over there in the mountains. Couldn't really sneak in.
All right.
The new kid, Djett, he's pretty useful.
How so?
He blew up the Dankirk mines. Actually, it was in what Dick Walden, really, and all. He set it off. That was the plan.
thought that was
Walden
you.
was a
Good.
Walden was a fucking bit messy, but it was like a water elemental or
I can
something.
say Walden was messy. It led to this.
Well, it weren't my fucking plan, was it? I was just sent to do it.
Right.
And we did it.
Yeah.
We did it right.
Of course.
It was a magic thing, though. Elemental or something. Yeah, we're using it. Then Kurt was
What do you
sort
mean?
of,
What do you mean? Go back.
What?
He was a. So they were using a large. What? A.
Water elemental, I think.
Right.
They trapped it there. It was powering the wheel. They let it go.
Huh. Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Right?
But,
Where is it now?
I don't fucking know. In the water.
Freed it. You freed the water element.
Yeah.
Couldn't find you someone who'd free something, but
Well, I don't know if I can exactly stab it to death. I don't know what it is, but listen, it is. I don't know what it was, so I just let it go. But
all right. The good thing is you're here.
wait, that's not why we're over here. Picked up 3 strays. One of them's a nut job. He calls himself Brother Sykes. I don't know, he's mental, he's from Crossreek. Freed him from 2 Sworn on the way up. I don't know. Him, we're just keeping alive, but the other 2 are Sworn.
Swan?
Yeah, me and Buttocks and Jet, we've been travelling with 2 Sworn. But they ain't Sworn anymore, so I don't know what they are.
What do you mean?
Well, one of them's Spellkin, marks and everything. She's not one of them. She's lost her connection or power or something. She's going to join us, and honestly, I think she's going to be quite useful if she can grow a fucking backbone.
All right. That's good. What about the other?
The other one, the other one's the blacksmith.
Like the blacksmith.
The fucking blacksmith, yeah, I didn't quite believe it at first either.
The Bastion's butcher.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if he's just trying to get in here and fucking unleash
I don't like that.
hell.
I don't like that. He's.
But
And you trust him?
I don't know. No, not really, no, but
All right, good. Let me kill him.
wait,
It's easy. See him fight,
yeah.
and
Well, when I first met him, I got the upper hand on him, but I don't know if I could do it again. And also, he's got all sorts of shit going on with this armor that he wears. I've been trying to figure out what it is, and I don't know. Listen, I don't know is the point. I don't think he's with him anymore. I really don't, but I don't know if he's going to be with us either. But if he is, it's fucking useful. We've been coming up with a plan to use him. Propaganda. Think about it. Blacksmith turns on them. All these recruits, all these people on the fence that are just doing it for the coin. We might be able to use him to turn some of the wobblers against them. Turn the Sworn on the Sworn.
I don't know.
If he does use us,
We use him
if
first.
he does use us, we're fucked. But if we use him,
Right.
also, he's a fucking wealth of knowledge. He's no
Yeah.
shit.
And he's told you.
Well, he's been helpful up to now, yeah. Again, I don't know his angle, but the two of them, they're sort of tied at the hip a little bit. And I think I don't know, he's got some sort of relationship with the other one. He seems to be following her for now. I don't think he wants any harm to come to her, so.
Yeah, all right. It's a good angle then. It's a good angle. That's good to know. All right. So, you're thinking we could use him before he uses us, and how so? Some sort of. Where are they? Where are they now?
With Buttocks and Djett up in the mountain. Can't get them in. They have some batshit plan to steal a griffin, and they were gonna announce some shit. Try and turn some of the people in the blockade. But maybe it's a better idea they fly them griffins onto the ships. I mean, we're probably gonna have to get Buttocks on a ship. We're going to Stormford. Might want him at the helm of his own fucking boat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, we can do that. Get.
Blacksmith. Yeah. Unless he's been fucking playing dumb or whatever. I don't think he'd pull anything. Not with me, not with Red Devon, not with you about. I don't think he'd be able to do much, at least, before we can stop him. And if he is in fact turning on a God King, then I don't know. We're all a bunch of killers, ain't we?
Right. Right, we are. The only thing is, so is the blacksmith. He's killed swarts of ours before. I think we get him, but Smith can't be left alone, and no one could order Smith around without blacksmith, without having a group of us. And ready to go.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Just, I won't let him out of my sight, and I'll make sure no one gets to him, neither. Just for the time being. Let's see if we can pull off this Stormford shit. Maybe we deal with it afterwards. I told him I might bring him in, and everyone might go for him, though. He's fully aware.
Yeah.
The other one, though, she's one of us. I really think it. She knew Tenno and all. I think she might have been his informant.
Shit. All
Make
right.
sure everyone knows.
Okay. All right. Well, we should get back. We got like this. I don't know
When
how
are you
much this-
leaving?
Well, whenever we can, whenever we're ready. We got the fog still, and it's just I don't know when that's gonna blow away. We want to leave when the cover of fog. It's the only time we can.
Right, well, I'm with you. I've got this stone.
What's that?
Uh,
Oh,
Sending stone.
yeah. Sending stuff.
They got the other one. I'll tell Djett and Buttocks. Varsha, that's her name. And then
Oh, sure. All right.
Blacksmith,
Blacksmith.
I guess they're going to have to figure out how to get on the boats.
All right. Well, and he grabs the hooded lantern that was just on that he had on a nail, and it swings as he then starts to make his way up the stairs. As the stairs start to creak, he goes, "Oh, fuck me, the blacksmith." He starts to make
I'll
his
catch
way.
up.
All right. Blow up anything.
Put my cigarette out on a post and then activate the sending stone. Varsha.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm alright. I made it in.
good. Okay. How bad is it?
Well, they're all still here. The Anton.
Well, I just mean. Oh, okay. That's good.
But they're escaping. And like now, like tonight. They got a few boats.
What about the civilians?
I think they're... Well, To be honest, a lot of the civilians are not really civilians anyway.
Okay.
And it's not like it's not like the Sworn are gonna raid tonight. Well, the Entente's plan is to sail for Stormford.
The prison.
Yep,
Why?
they're gonna let them out.
Of course.
Build an
Half
army
the army is
instantly.
here. That's very smart.
They're gonna pile them onto the boats, Entente, killers, anyone, bring them straight back over to the blockade and let them loose.
What?
Yep, let them slip like dogs.
Did you tell them about the idea?
Yeah, sort of. Oh, I told Lorcan he's in charge. I ain't
What did
telling
he say?
everyone. I think he was more blown away about the revelation that the blacksmith's with us. Or
Yeah, no shit. That's the same reaction that the Sworn are gonna have. And I think it
Yeah.
might be... I don't know, it just feels like if you're gonna go and free everyone, then you shouldn't necessarily come back and attack right away. I think you should let us do our idea and then watch what happens. And then we'll know the best place to attack.
well,
Right? If you're gonna turn half the people here and then attack them and kill them all, then it'll be for nothing. You need to let them spread the news. You need to let that doubt grow.
the boats have got to leave tonight under the.
So the
under
boats
fog.
leave. What I'm saying is the boats leave. You go get the prisoners from the prison. It's a good idea. It's a solid idea, especially while we're distracting. Get the prisoners, get them out, but then lay low. And then we watch and we see what happens, and then we'll know the best place to attack. But you're wasting the opportunity of what we could potentially do here if you just come back and kill everyone. There are hundreds of soldiers here. What if we even get just 100? That's 100 more for the Entente.
No, I know. It's a good idea, but I don't know if Lorcan's going to be able to control all the prisoners. I mean,
So just don't
obviously-
take the boats back here.
What, and unleash a bunch of prisoners? Where? High Hollow? Trader's Reach?
Let them
Like,
go
a lot of
home.
them are on Taunt, but a lot of them ain't. I reckon you got until we get back. Let them know, maybe. I don't know.
You're going with them?
Yeah. I need Buttocks and Djett as well. And you? You're one of us now. Come with us.
What about...
Do the plan. Land the Griffin on a fucking boat. Let them spew their chaos. Let them figure it out between them. We'll come back, see what the lay of the land is. Mop up the rest.
And Smith?
Yeah. I told Lorcan, and I told him to tell him that no one's to harm Smith. I said I would try and. I said I'd keep an eye on him, but I don't know. You're safe.
Thank you, Ty.
When they find out, though, I don't know. And we're going to fucking Stormford, so maybe Smith figures out a way to not be the blacksmith until some of this settles down. Lorcan knows.
Okay, we'll figure it out. But you're not coming back tonight to help us. You're gonna stay?
I'm going to help them load these boats up.
Okay.
And,
Varsha's that high.
Yeah.
Tell Buttocks that his boat is one of them and that they need him at the helm of it, so figure out how to get to these boats before
We're
they
gonna
leave.
fly there. We're gonna get the Griffin's tie. I can do this.
Yeah,
It's a good
I
idea.
know. All right, then do it. Prove it.
Don't.
Are we going to take the griffin?
Yeah, I think we are.
Okay.
All right, I don't know when these boats are leaving, but they're leaving
Okay.
before the fog drops, and I'm guessing you got a few hours. Best.
Okay. All right. We'll get right to it.
Just let Ty know I have to change my armor.
Yeah, well,
Gonna
it's
need
fine.
An hour.
I know.
Yeah,
He's
it's
going to
on
need
you
an
now.
hour to change his armor, but I don't think you need to wait for us. I think you can leave under the cover of the fog, and we'll go shortly after. Is there some... Oh,
You
let me know
underestimate
when
how
you're
much
leaving.
influence I have. I can't tell them to stop these boats.
No,
Boats
no,
are
I'm
leaving
not...
when the boats are leaving.
Okay, that's fine. Just let me know when they're leaving, okay?
Yeah.
We'll try to buy you some time.
All right.
Don't do anything stupid like die, okay?
I think you're in more danger than I am.
Good.
Also, if you can do something about as many of them griffins as possible, we should
Well,
be
there's only two, and we're going to try to take them both.
good. Then that should
Okay.
stop them from coming after us. All right, good luck.
Okay.
What's going on?
We're doing the plan with the Griffins. We're gonna lure them down here, take out the sworn riding them, ride the Griffins in, make our announcement, and then we're gonna fly the Griffins to the boats that are leaving the city.
This entire time I've been trying to listen out for the griffins and to see them if I can. Is there a pattern? Have they landed or have they just been circling this entire time? Do we know if they report somewhere?
They have landed. How long have you been watching this?
Ever since we came to the
Listen
mountain.
over time,
Yeah. So I think there are times where you lose track of them. And when it comes to like the pattern, I think there was about an hour or so towards dusk where you did not hear them. I
Okay.
think you would assume that they were probably eating. They probably landed to eat or something.
So
they
it
went
seems
back.
like they only have one pair of griffins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of having like patrol routes like they do in the city, they just have one. They have one unit here, which is 2 griffins
Okay.
in this area.
I think I might
Okay.
have a way to get the griffins down.
Okay.
Like I said, I can, well, we have 2 choices. The loud option, the risky option,
Okay.
one and the same, or the more quiet option that might not work.
Go on.
The loud option is to, and I take out my 2 orange and red vials, launch a firebolt in the sky and see what happens.
Okay.
The more quiet option is to set some globes of light on the floor and make them strobe and see if maybe they come to it.
We can use the Spellwind. Can't
I
we?
mean,
It's all over the ground. The fog, it's keeping it low. We could just make a signal.
after what we did with the Spellwind before, what do you mean?
I don't
If-
mean, that's what I'm saying. If we don't use fire, if we just use your light,
Okay.
then it'll just make a brighter light, right?
Okay. Maybe. Okay, and I can create a snare as well. So when they land, at least one of them will be
That's a great idea.
for some time.
We have to make sure not to hurt the griffins. And Smith, you know the commands, right? To confuse them?
Yes.
Okay. So we can at least stall the griffins and confuse them long enough to engage with the riders.
Okay. All right. I'll get prepared.
Well,
Which
hold
one of you
on.
has? Oh,
Get working on your armor, Smith.
I'm going to, but Varsha mentioned you had a way to get a message across so that everyone could hear. Is that right?
no. I think she might have misinterpreted my.
I didn't.
My-
I didn't, and I know you can do it. I know you can. It might not be as loud as we want it to be, but that's okay. You can bend my armor, right, Smith? We can shape it so that we can place it around the stone and amplify the sound. We can do this.
Together, maybe.
That's of course
Well,
together.
I mean, I could do something like the sound wave that comes out of the armor, I guess.
No, just bend my armor around, sort of in a cone, right? So we can amplify it.
Like a.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Can
You can
I
use
don't
my
mean to be
breastplate.
rude, but can you do that?
Of course, he's the blacksmith.
Of course.
You can, right?
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, I can just use a greave or something, but I feel like a breastplate would be better.
Okay. I'll get to work.
Okay. Smith,
too.
are you
Am I sure
you
about what?
you're okay to... Do you know what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
And there's no going back once you say it.
Varsha. There's been no going back for a long time now.
Okay.
As soon as we made that decision, there's been no going back.
Okay. Let's get us some griffins.
All right, I'll get to work.
Brother,
Yes.
um,
Is everything all right?
uh,
I have only heard that we are potentially thinking of taking some sort of griffin. Yes.
yes, two. Actually. But
I've never
it's
rode a griffin before. The good news is, heights don't bother me.
it's gonna be pretty dangerous.
Hmm.
You don't have to come with us. If you don't want to, I mean.
Right.
I'm sure you heard the entire plan.
Yes, I did. I'm not entirely sure where to. I don't really have a place to go, especially so close to the blockade. If I was to wander off, let's say, toward the north, toward where I would think is Dead Grove, then I would potentially be taken by the Swarm. And if I was to then go south, there's a very good chance that I could also be taken by the swarm. So I'm not entirely sure what is it best for me. But I could take a moment to just think. About it with the Paragons. And for a moment he does stop once again, and like he has this freeze. And potentially let them guide my choices, which is probably for the best. There is a passage back to Dead Grove I could always go to. But
Brother,
yes.
I wouldn't ask this if it weren't extremely important.
Yes?
You heard our plan. Is there any way that you could see if there are any holes in it with your gift? I know you see a lot of different possibilities and options, and I know you can't tell me the right way, but perhaps some things to look out for that I'm not expecting.
Yes. Give me a moment, please, as I stare into what is the dark and what is the answer.
Thank you.
You see for a moment his eyes go black.
Holy shit.
As he then, as the white in his eyes then start to melt into a black swirl, as he then just starts to stare into the distance. He comes back. Oh, the plan is sound. From what I understand, you wish to take a griffin and announce some sort of... Yes, I believe that this is quite sound as the sound that rings through my mind from the Paragons that will echo for eternity, yes. But also, with every choice comes a reaction and a consequence, and thus the consequence can be something that could be very detrimental to you and for everyone else.
I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that.
Oh, yes, very well. Then the answer that you'd like to know is... What is the answer exactly that you are looking for? Miss?
I don't know. It was a mistake to ask you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine. It's not necessarily... Fine. Sort of looks towards or tries to face his face towards the fire, the warmth of the fire, as he, I think, then starts to look as he's distracted for a moment from the sounds of armor clinking in the background as Smith is working on fastening your breastplate into something. A potential disc or a megaphone or something of that device to trap the sound and project it farther. He looks in that direction in a somewhat defeated fashion.
I didn't mean to offend you. I just meant...
No, it's all right. I should be used to it by now. It's always the wrong answer or not what people want to wish to hear, though there is much to say. It's just, It's falls on the deaf, I hear. It's all right. Maybe it's best I do make my way to Dead Grove.
It's just I don't want to potentially ruin the plan because you told me something. You know, maybe it's sound and you see it working because I don't know what you're about to say. And
very, very...
What if you tell me something like, you know, the man riding the griffin will cut you with a blade, and the whole time I'm focused on that blade, and then that possibility doesn't happen, and then I end up making a mistake that ruins everything. I realized I asked you for an answer you can't possibly give me. And it wasn't fair of me to ask it
Well,
in the first place.
Such as the mad ramblings of Brother Sykes is nothing but the answers no one wishes to hear. But we both know that through all of possible realities, the deck of cards that is being flipped before my eyes and yours, and what we remember is always and will be measured that you are going to do this plan, yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Couldn't tell if you were waiting or
I know.
nodding or yes. I think though that
I was nodding. I'm sorry.
it's all right. I felt it. I think you are on the right plan. I think that everything that you are trying to do here is admirable, all of you. And he starts to look toward a crowd that isn't to his right, and starts to address people that are near him. I think you're all doing a wonderful thing, and I thank you very much. Graciously, I do not know of which was going to happen if I was to be taken to Evervale, though
Varsha.
being...
Yeah. Sorry, brother.
Yes.
Yes.
I show the breastplate that's been twisted.
Oh, that's great. That'll work.
Stop doubting yourself. Doesn't help anybody, especially you. I told you before. I trust you.
I'm working on it.
It's done. The snare is done. So, if they were to look on the floor where the rope I was working on it was, on the ground, what would look like a fissure, like rocks have split, is where the rope was. And now, if anybody touches this, they're going to be strung up. So,
Okay.
just be
Can
careful.
you throw it?
No. It's
It's here.
this
Okay.
area here
Okay.
is, yeah,
So we want to
So-
lure them here.
that's right, yes.
Got it.
So I will try and I'll make my lights happen nearby, and we can hide under the rock face, so that when they land, hopefully one of them gets snagged,
Okay.
and then after that we can attack.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Good job. This is gonna work because of you.
I hope.
Okay. So, you have a plan. You have an idea. You have an approach. Is it time?
I think so.
Okay.
If I've had enough time to configure my armor, it takes an hour.
Yeah. I think this whole time is probably in the span of that hour or so. I feel like you have plenty of time to do that. So, moving up until that point, what is the order of operations? What happens? How are you trying to attract one of the Griffin patrols of Evervale?
I think. No, I don't think. I tell the plan to Buttocks and Brother and ask if they can fight. I know Buttocks can fight. I don't know about Brother, how he's feeling or if he's able to assist us at all. Actually, if Brother has any magic to help keep the Griffins calm and confused and not listening properly to the order of the Sworn, that's what I want him doing.
Yes, I could do that.
That's great. That's perfect.
I have a wonderful way with confusing living beings about the. I have just the thing.
Don't hurt them. Just confuse them. Buy us time.
Very well.
Okay. And then Djett is going to cast a spell that's going to be big enough for them to see and come investigate. Smith is convinced the protocol for the sworn on the Griffins will be to come and investigate, especially if it's the Spellkin. Hopefully one of them lands on the trap. If not, we can guide them to it when we engage in combat. And we're going to try to take out the sworn.
Okay. Oh,
And Buttocks goes,
okay.
all right. And now, but how, so the point of this attack is Djett's spell.
Right.
Djett?
So once we are done and the plan is relayed, I go to so how I'm envisioning where we are, there is a flat surface on the mountain, and then there's, like the mountain proceeds upwards.
Yes.
But we are on this flat procession.
Yes.
So I'm going to look at the mountain face, which is facing towards Galfish and this Griffin patrol, and I look for rocks jutting out, and I look for 3 that I can maybe make a small constellation, a triangle, and so I go into my pocket, as always, and I get this gel, and I start to pour it over, and just climbing a little bit higher onto the wall, and again on this other rock, and down to make this triangle. And I say, I collected some of this from the cave. There were some glowing spores, and I then turn around again, look to the mountain face, and as I blow, you see that where I poured this liquid, the first rock, the second, the third, and then they're never on at the same time, but they strobe. And light is unsanctioned magic, even if it's not necessarily grand.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that they will see it and they'll investigate.
Make me an Arcana.
Okay.
I would
give
like
me
to
advantage.
assist if I can.
Yes, you may.
Okay.
You have advantage.
Okay. So
should-
Arcana
Probably open the roll 20.
12 on
Okay.
both counts.
12 across the board. Okay. I was just seeing if it was a 1 or if it was a 20. But you are able to. You see, you blow for a moment. I think, Varsha, you see as he blows into the fog, you do start to see the low floating Spellwind start to kick up on a trail towards where his breath goes. The Spellwind chases his breath as it then kisses the rocks as they all...
Come on.
Hide under the rocks.
Come on. Please. What a way to end the episode! Oh!
And so we will see how that goes next time on Spellwind. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This was episode 10. So check us out. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We are Table Story. We do a lot of immersive RP over on twitch.tv/Table Story. Good to see you all. Thanks for being here, everybody, from the front page. And those who are from the community, hi, thanks. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to go around and say who we are, what we talk about the show a bit, and then do stuff. I'm really bad at talking. So we're going to go over to Brad. Brad? Thanks.
Hello.
Wait, can I show you my sending
Yes,
stone?
you may. Did you make a
Do
sending?
you have one?
It's a little kitty.
Mine today was a
Kitty.
D12 'cause it was the first thing I found that was small enough
Yeah.
and round enough, but it worked
Yeah.
well because I had to hand it to Whack.
It looks like a stone, I think. Okay, anyway,
Oh my
I'm
God,
so
that's
sorry.
adorable. You just rub its little
The
belly.
only thing I noticed
Yep,
was it
it's-
wasn't the die that I made for you, Brian.
No, I know. Yeah,
Oh,
that's very nice.
yikes.
Special.
Ooh,
You think I
yikes.
just
Utter
fucking
and
keep
complete
those
betrayal.
Oh,
on my desk, dude? You're
I
kidding
don't put that
me.
on my desk.
No, I
Merlin's
put those in the
already
trash
eaten them.
where they belong.
That's why he got the mouse surgery.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, probably.
Man,
That was an exciting
Did it
episode.
work?
There was a lot of ways that could have gone, but I think it kind of went in our favor somehow.
yeah.
Like, it wasn't all dice rolls, but I think we got, it went, we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to speak too much because I'll jinx it for next time. And
Yeah,
the
one
first
thing
thing's gonna
about
happen
D&D is one roll can
700
ruin
It's not
everything.
a griffin. It's an ancient
That's
red
right.
dragon.
Get fun. Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, I am a GM on this channel as well. If you want to see more D&D, then there is another show tomorrow called Mistlight. If you want to watch that, it starts
So
at
good.
9 p.m. UK time, which at the moment with daylight savings is 5 p.m. Eastern, I think. We have D&D on Friday as well with Ryan with the Frost Maiden playthrough. We have Vampire the Masquerade on Sundays at the moment. And
So good.
WoW on at the moment. Did that have a finale? Why do I feel like that had a finale thing happen?
I'm sorry.
You mean wow?
Witchcraft and wizardry.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay.
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 Then there is also that show that you can watch on
Harry
Tuesdays. It's
Potter.
Harry Potter in it. Oh my God, you're a wizard in it.
Harry.
That's it. On Friday, I'm starting Silent Hill 2. I've never played one before. PB manipulated
Yes! Sorry, I'm
manipulated a
trying not to
game
be too
vote.
excited. I did.
in her favor. And I shall be spending tomorrow going to a veterinary appointment for myself and then figuring out how to get it to work. Okay. That's me. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Thank you so much, Brad. Meyer.
Hi, my name is Meyer. I play Djett, and today was really, really tense. Playing, like the new guy, both on table story, but also as a character is very interesting because, it's a lot of I have an idea, but should I? Oh no. Okay, let's. But it's again the tension in this show is so much.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's
I
so
have a
much.
stress headache right now.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. It
Oh,
was
it's a
just
good stress headache.
just the whole idea of feeling like that plan was suicide and also just being like it is suicide. Don't go in there and
Don't
then
do that.
and then desperately trying to find an answer and there not being an easy answer, which is real, and that felt really good, very immersive.
Yeah. But so my name is Meyer. You can find me on twitch.tv/Meyer or on twitter.com/Meyer_test. I do a lot of, RP stuff now, I guess. I play Star Citizen, we do RP there. I play Red Dead Redemption 2, and we do RP there as well. And yeah, I guess because we're on the front page and stuff like that, check out Table Story. You already are, but do it again. There's lots of really cool shows. I've been just binging on as much stuff as I can. I've given myself the task of watching 3 of every single episode, and so now I'm on episode 12 of Gone. So it's not going very well right now. So
You're supposed to
But
just
yeah.
watch 3 and you watched all the way up to 12.
yeah.
Perfect. All right.
So yeah, so that's me, I guess.
All right. Thank you, Meyer. Check out Meyer, twitch.tv/Meyer. Awesome role player, awesome person. Check him out. Great content. PB?
Hi, I'm Pumpkinberry. I GM'd Gone, which Meyer is watching through right now, and both Myth and Brad were in. Am I pointing the right way? I don't think I
Sure.
am.
Nope. It's
Yep.
fine.
Maybe.
Yeah, and I'm also in the Vampire Show on Sunday, and I'm currently playing through Outer Wilds, the DLC, and I'm obsessed with it because it's so good. And I will be Brad's chat on Friday for Silent Hill 2 because it's my favorite.
You will be
and he's
Brad's
gonna hate
chat?
it. He will
It'll be
hate
the
it.
whole chat.
She's gonna be Brad's cat. Probably.
All right. Yeah, probably. That's fair.
So yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's me. And thank you so much for being here. Everybody on the front page, hello, hi. Thanks for watching. Yeah, and that's it.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you so much,
goodbye.
BB. Check her out. She's awesome. Thank you so much. I am going to go next, and then we'll leave the last bit for Whack. My name is Mythomatic. I am a... I know. What? My name is Mythomatic. I am a...
Do whatever the fuck you want.
Hey!
Dave. Do whatever the fuck you want.
My name is
Your name's
Mythomatic. I am
Dave.
the dungeon master of...
Your name's
Let me
Mythomatic,
finish!
Dave.
You know what? Whack, you're up.
You can go follow me at twitch.tv/mythomatic. That's MYTHEMATIC. Please go follow and make sure you consider throwing a sub at Myth as well, please.
The
He's been doing a
GM
fantastic
voices.
job. Yes.
Did a lot of voices today.
A lot.
Oh.
A lot.
Oh, yeah. So last week, I commended Mythmatic on his creature voices. You're a griffin, dude. I envy you. All I can do is bottles and maybe a
I
dog.
watched that. By the way, I watched the anatomy of how you did the voice of the griffin, and it was he held his bottom lip like this, and he whistled. So that was pretty good.
He gave
That was a
himself
good
a
one.
beak.
Yeah, I gave myself a peek.
Well done.
You're incredible.
Please make sure you're following Myth. Follow all these wonderful people, please. I'm Wax Steven. I do a lot of stuff here on Table Story. I run Rime of the Frost Maiden on Friday. I run Witchcraft and Wizardry on Tuesdays. We did have a plan to have the finale for this year this Tuesday, but I think we might have to reschedule again, unfortunately. We want to make sure everybody's there for the finale. It's going to be a good one. And I just want to make sure we've got the whole squad and everything for that. So I think we might end up rescheduling for that again. Sorry. But I also do stuff on my channel on Wednesdays. I couldn't do it today because my internet was taking a dump before the show. But I am designing my own TTRPG, which is going really, really well. It's an Isekai TTRPG. If you're curious about that, watch that on my channel Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Otherwise, please make sure you're following Table Story. Table Story on Twitch, Table Story on YouTube, and come hang out in the Discord, which is just tablestory.tv/Discord. Tablestory.tv/Discord. Come join the Discord. Yes.
Let me know if you think the plan is going to work.
Yeah.
I need to know how many of you are on my side
Me too,
and
please.
aren't. That way, when it hopefully goes flawlessly, I can put every one of you in the boo box.
In the
Speaking
boo
of
box.
which,
In the boo
tomorrow,
box. If you have to ask. Yeah, not the boo box. Yes.
tomorrow in Mythomatic stream, we are doing the Spellwind Rewind. So if you haven't seen this episode, if you've missed most of it, if you want to hear the DM's kind of like, thought processes, check out Mythomatic because he forgot to shout it out again.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. I suck at that.
yeah.
That son of a bitch.
It's me, the guy who hates shouting out himself. But here I go. Take 3. My name's Mythomatic. I am a role-play streamer and voice actor here on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming after this, doing some Red Dead. I've been doing a lot of Red Dead lately. I'm also the creator of Spellwind. You can check out patreon.com/tablestory. And then also check out patreon.com/Spellwind to help support me and the artists creating this world. Josh Meehan art did the art for Galfish today, and a lot of the other art that we have done throughout this entire series. And good
So
God,
good.
it gets me every time. And he sends me a new one every couple of weeks, and I just scream. So it's wonderful. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for continuing those subs and letting us and keeping the lights on and letting us do what we love to do, and that's to tell stories for all of you. Thank you, everybody. Be well. Take care of yourselves. Tell great stories, and we'll see you next
week.
Next Wednesday. All right, I should leave before I gag.